A monotonous life has driven the unsatisfied Forrest Todd Blubbaugh to embark on a voyage of self-discovery aboard his sailboat on an alluring Missouri lake. Soon after, he learns about the rebellious and free-spirited Everly, Nicola Colley, and their idealistic dreams collide for a romantic adventure. Will they be able to survive, reconnect with nature, and rewrite their own modern-day rules, or will they discover that society operates the way it does for a reason? Can a young couple rewrite their own modern-day rules by living on a sailboat, or will they discover that society operates the way it does for a reason? Lotawana paints a beautiful picture of young romance that defies adulthood's challenges with a soft, earthy, dreamy palette. Forrest Todd Blubbaugh is a dashing hipster. He lives on his sailboat and his meager savings, unconcerned about life. He meets Everly, Nicola Colley, a lovely dancer who shares his views on living a carefree life on the water. This thrilling and thought-provoking romantic journey follows a young couple as they face the difficulties of their unconventional path. Will they be able to survive, reconnect with nature, and rewrite their own modern-day rules, or will they discover that society operates the way it does for a reason? The film is set along a lake in Missouri. The cinematography captures the tranquility of sailing along the lake. We watch as the couple falls in love. From the start, it appears that this is a story about a summer fling that ends in heartbreak. But it's really about how young radical love copes with life's complexities. Nature plays a role in this beautiful romance, as we see the couple gradually grow fond of each other. They are either fishing, making love under the stars, or simply passing the time with Forrest teaching Everly more about the boat. The two's on-screen chemistry does not appear forced in any way. It's easy to see them falling in love. You can't expect everything to go wrong right away. You are compelled to draw parallels between their romance and your own experiences with finding love. Overall, they are both excellent choices for this film, and they make a significant contribution to the film's artistic elements. You'll also notice that Lotawana doesn't have a lot of dialogue, but it communicates effectively through acting. Every frame conveys a genuine sense of how Forrest or Everly are feeling. Once they realize they are expecting a child, the harsh realities of life and adulthood begin to set in. Their romantic relationship is strained as a result of their lack of a job and depleted savings. Life takes the wind out of their sails, and we get to see different sides of both of our main characters. Eventually, the couple is shaken out of their dreamy romance. The audience is also included in the experience. When it dawns on you that there is no such thing as a carefree life, you begin to ask yourself some probing questions. Even so, the film manages to find beauty in their struggles. Everly is estranged from her family and is hesitant to seek help from them. And as desperation sets in, we see how far they are willing to go as a couple just to survive. However, as a story, it just doesn't work. Forrest is unlikable and feels more like a stand-in than a fully fleshed-out character. His first encounter with Everly takes place in montage rather than dialogue and incident. It slows down when they face an unimaginable tragedy together. Their child is stillborn due to a lack of prenatal medical treatment. In part, it's a commentary on their lifestyle and the off-screen, familial tensions that led them to live alone on a boat, but given where the story ultimately goes, it doesn't feel developed enough. To make ends meet, they fight, reconcile, and resort to burglary. Everly's devastation is depicted through her desolation, which remains unresolved by the end of the film, and the film also climaxes with an additional tragedy that feels contrived given Hawkins' earlier work with much more human pain. The characters deserve better than what they receive. These are two young people who deviate from the norm and suffer as a result. Their lives are endless walks of despair, with only the occasional nature walk to provide respite. Was Forrest overly fond of the lake? Should Everly have simply contacted her parents and tried her hardest to regain their favor? Would their son have survived if they had been more willing to accept minimum wage? The film's final moments are a death dream that begins on Lake Lotawana but also includes B-roll of dolphins in the ocean, forest waterfalls, and a little blonde boy smiling, welcoming us to an afterlife where things weren't quite as bleak as when we were living off Lake Lotawana. I don't think Hawkins intended to make that point here. That's all, guys. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe the channel. Hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment,